Good evening, Santosh. How are you
Good
doing?
evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing wonderfully well. Life is treating me very kindly. Everything is proceeding swimmingly on my end. So I've got no reasons to complain. Really enjoying the ride. You seem to have a beautiful house. I think I noticed this in the last session also. Today you're sitting in a different corner of the house. I think you have a very finely curated interior decor. How do you
Thank you, sir.
personally
Thank you.
customize
And
things around the house? Uh,
credit goes to my husband. He is an artist. So
oh,
he makes paintings. So he has displayed all most of his paintings, not all, most of his paintings. And in our house, every nook and corner is full of paintings. Wherever you sit, you will find paintings.
that
So
must feel
that's
so
why.
resplendent. And you are a
Yes,
bag
sir.
of surprises, Santosh. The first time that I saw you, I thought I would be speaking to a man, but you turned out to be a woman. And today, when I thought all of this artistic endeavor must have originated from your mind, the credit goes to a man instead of a woman. So it's very, it's a
Mysterious.
curveball. So
Yes, sir.
you have to forgive me. You'll have to excuse me, Santosh, because our previous conversation has been so far in the past that I don't recall a lot of details about you. So would you care to kind of jog my memory and bring me up to speed about where you live, what you do, so that things start
Okay,
coming back?
no issues, sir. No need to say sorry. It happens. Sure, I will share. As you know, my name is Santosh Sharma. I'm from Himachal Pradesh. I'm a homemaker and mother of a grown-up boy. He's a working professional now.
Okay, all
That's
right.
more or less
Do
about
you
me.
have
Yes.
do you have any goals, related to English speaking? Like some of our learners, they want to become public speakers or they want to join Toastmasters. They have some particular motivation for joining the platform. Do you have like any such driving force behind your endeavor?
Yes, sir. I also think the same. I just want to be a public speaker, but right now I'm just a beginner. It's a long journey. I have to
I don't
walk
think you're a
along.
beginner, Santosh. I really don't. If you ask my honest opinion, I think you are well on your way to becoming an excellent speaker. I think even right now, I think you'll do a pretty fine job of it. Okay, but yes, there
Thank
are obviously uh, room for improvement within all of us, but that should not stop us from coming out of our cocoon and braving our fears and doing the unthinkable. So yes, you
you.
can
Yes, sir.
definitely become a very good public speaker, I think. So today, I think our topic for discussion is Indian weddings. Right? Have you had some
Yes, sir.
time to go through the session topic today?
Yes, sir. I've gone through. I have skimmed through my topic.
Okay, you skimmed through your topic. Okay, all right. So now let us peruse it. Now let us thoroughly evaluate each and every section. So right at the start,
Yes.
right at the outset, there is a funny quotation. A wedding is an event where two people are thinking of life and everybody else is waiting for the food. I think in actuality, even the bride and groom are thinking about food in India, at least, because in my experience, I found that to be true. Because in Indian weddings, the bride and groom are famished. You know, they are starved for a couple of days. So, and my sister had her wedding just a couple of months ago, just a couple of months ago, yeah, and I remember her staring at me with a lot of animosity in her eyes when she was up there on the stage exchanging those garlands with her husband to be, and I was munching on tandoori chicken right in front of her, and I could see the vitriol in her gaze because she was deprived
Oh.
of that. Right? So, how was
Hmm.
your wedding? What like does this statement relate to what happened during your wedding?
Yes, sir. To a certain limit, I can say, but I'm not. I can't say about groom, but about brides. They are most anxious about their looks and their dress, how they are looking. So I think that they are more worried about less worried about food, but more worried about their looks and their dress. Yes,
Oh, that's true. That dress is also the dresses that Indian brides wear are very cumbersome and very difficult to manage, and there is a lot of
yes,
scope for missteps and what fashionistas call what do they call it? A wardrobe malfunction. So there is a lot of
yes.
you know chances, a lot of likelihood of wardrobe malfunction if you do something unexpected, if you turn the wrong way and if you turn too quickly or something like that. So I guess yes, that would be true to a
True.
certain extent. Okay, so the next thing that we have to discuss is love at first sight. uh, I don't really believe in love at first sight. I think infatuation at first sight makes a lot of sense, but love is too complicated a concept, I think, to be reconciled with just exchange of looks. So what is your take on
Mm, yes, sir. I do agree with you. And I don't think love at first sight. But yes, I think first impression is the last impression. It is said that. So sometimes it may happen. But I'm not sure about it.
it? You're not sure. Okay. Hmm. Yes, sometimes against all odds, people are simply gobsmacked with some entity that they see. They're completely smitten, bewitched, I think would be a good word, right? They're absolutely bewitched, mesmerized by, and I think it generally happens the other way. Like a man falls madly in love with a beautiful looking woman and kind of overlooks every other factor relating to her personality and character if the looks really mesmerize him. I don't think it works the same way the other way around. Do you think this is a gender neutral concept?
No, sir, I don't think. Girls are more smarter than boys, I think.
Yeah.
I personally feel that.
Girls don't
Yes.
make brash decisions, right? Even if they
Yes.
are
And
actually
they
smitten with a boy.
sometimes they may be, but most of the times they think that with whom I have to spend my life, he must be wise person. He must be a respectful person. Mutual respect is much more important than love. But I don't. At this age, I can say, but I can't say about aged boys and girls.
Well, you
Yes,
were a
there
teenager
must.
at a certain point in your life, so do you?
Yes,
No,
sir.
I think you can relate, even with today's teenagers a little bit, and but I do agree with the general sentiment that you are trying to convey here. I think
Yes.
yes, women are much more sagacious about their choice in life partners at whatever age. Like nowadays, there is a trend. A lot of girls being interviewed by social media influencers on the street. They ask questions like, "Do you like a bad boy or a good boy?" And a lot of girls nowadays, especially the younger ones, they say, "I like a bad boy." But when it comes to marrying, everybody wants a good boy, right? Nobody wants a bad boy. But there is a certain bit
True.
of attraction. There's a certain bit of charm to the bad boy persona, right? How do you approach that anomaly, I would say?
I'm speechless. I can't say anything about this.
You
But
talk from
if
your experience,
if
right?
we talk about marriage, then every girl, she wants a good boy and humble, respectful, wise, and understanding person who understand properly the problems.
Okay, so your marriage, let us talk about your marriage, your spouse. So was your marriage an arranged one, or did you fall in love with each other and hooked up by yourself?
It was an arranged marriage.
Oh,
And
okay.
I was just 18 and a half when I got engaged.
Okay,
I
I'm
was so
not.
young. And at the age of 20, I got married.
So you were. I can think of one expression that is coming to my head. You must be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed back then. Do you know about this expression? Bright-eyed and
No,
bushy.
sir.
Okay,
No,
so
sir.
I heard Priyanka Chopra, I think, a year ago say this about her initial journey into Bollywood. When she came to Bollywood, she did not understand. No, she was trying to say that she was very naive. Right? I hope you understand the word naive, right?
Yes, naive. Yes, sir. I can
So
understand.
this is basically for a inexperienced person who is very naive, very
Naive.
ingenuous,
We
no,
can say innocent
innocent.
in a
Yes,
certain extent limit.
definitely.
In a to a yes.
So this is the expression used. Okay, bright-eyed and bushy.
Right.
So you think
Right.
about all the optimistic things in life, and you don't have a real estimation of the realistic challenges that you might encounter further down the road. You know, and slowly you wisen up to the evils around you, and slowly you find workarounds and you adjust. So that is
Yes.
what happens in most cases. Anyhow, so okay, so was your husband, when you looked at him for the first time, did he look like a good boy? Did he look like a bad boy? No, artists can at least look like bad boys. The artists are rarely, sometimes, most often, I would say, they are non-conformists. What I mean by that is, like, I am a very typical kind of boy. I have short hair. I part my hair from the left side to the right side. I don't wear showy clothes. I want to be. I want to just look decent and not look flashy. But artists are different. They can wear longer hair. They'll have beards. They'll wear atypical clothes.
True.
They can have a little bit of a
True,
bad
sir.
boy persona, right?
Yes, he had a long beard, and my first expression after watching him, I said that no, I don't want to marry this guy. He has a long beard. Then first of all, he has to cut his beard. Then after that, I can think. Then he said, "Okay, I will get it cut."
You
The-
actually did
it
not
was
speak with. Did you have a one-on-one meeting? Because from
yes, sir.
your okay, because the way you told me that story, it felt like there was an intermediary. You said this to your mother maybe, and then he received through some channels. Then he also sent you a message through some people. It felt like that. This was
Yes,
not a
first of all,
conversation you had.
I have seen his photograph. First of all, I have seen his photograph and I have conveyed to the mediator. She was my Masi, my mother's cousin. And I have conveyed that message that, first of all, I will meet this guy if he will cut his beard. Then he told, yes, I will
Oh,
get it cut.
okay. So
Yes.
that was your barrier to entry. If you want to even see me, you'll have to shave off your beard. Okay.
True.
First of all, I would like to tell you, you used the present perfect tense while talking about the past. You said, I have to see him, or he has to cut his beard. So I think it should have been in the past perfect tense, right?
Okay,
Uh,
sir. But yes, I was saying it in a conversational way that I conveyed this message to my Masi. That's why I was using.
okay. No, no. But outside your, I have seen him. You said this. I have seen him.
Okay.
So there, I think you should have said I had. If what you said to your Masi, if that was in the present perfect tense, I have no issue, because that can be in the direct speech, right? In the direct speech, you can use. But you said I have seen him. That
Okay.
should have been I had seen him earlier.
Okay, sir.
And also, I think for your Masi, you used the word mediator. Okay, mediator is a person who actually works towards conflict resolution between two people. So if
Okay.
you and I are having a fight, right?
Matchmaker. I should use matchmaker.
Matchmaker, you can use the word intermediary,
Intermediate. Okay.
right? That would Intermediary is a person who facilitates a transaction. Like, a wholesaler is an intermediary between the retailer and the manufacturer, right?
Okay.
So like that, I think you can use the word intermediary, but don't use the word
Intermediate.
mediator. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to talk about the big fat Indian wedding. Why do you think we have this expression, big fat Indian wedding? What is big and what is fat about an Indian wedding?
Mhm.
Are all
Um,
people
yes.
overweight?
Because Indians, they spend whole of their amount, whatever they earn in their life, they tend to spend on a wedding.
Hmm.
So Yes, in the wedding they spend lavishly. Um,
Mm.
Nowadays, if I talk about the trends in our surroundings, that our my husband's friend's daughter last year she got married, and they spent round about 1 crore on wedding, and we are from a mediocre family. We are not that much rich. So I don't think that much money is required to spend only on a single wedding. We can use that valuable money on something else, hard earned money on something else.
For
So
sure. Yeah.
yes,
You can buy
uh,
a house,
this
you
is
can buy an apartment, right? Out of that much
yes,
money. And that will be an
yes,
investment for life, as opposed to a big, pompous, ostentatious ceremony where you just
yes,
blow off, cash, hard earned cash, right?
yes,
It
sir.
is a little counterintuitive, I would say. If you're not familiar with this expression, like it's just a fancy way of saying illogical.
Okay,
You
counter in.
understand intuition, right?
Okay,
So intuitive is a person who has intuition, and counterintuitive, now I think you can make the connection, right? Somebody who is acts against his own intuition, that would be
counter
counterintuitive.
intuitive.
Generally used for anything to say that something is illogical, or something does not follow, something that does not follow a line of reasoning. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, what was your wedding like in terms of pomp and show and ostentation? Was it a modest affair, or was it a gala affair, so to speak?
Modest affair. It was okay, okay wedding, not that much lavish. As I was the eldest one, and we are three sisters, so
Mm.
my father didn't spend that much money. It was just okay, okay.
Mm. He had to earmark his savings for each of his daughters, right? And
Yes,
he had
yes,
to spend sparingly. Okay.
yes.
Why do you think we have this tradition of going all out on a single wedding, and not just expending all of your life savings, but actually burying yourself in debt, bankrupting yourself almost entirely? Something that you'll have to crawl yourself out of, and it will take several years to acquire the
Yeah.
same level of financial stability once you recover from this big fat Indian wedding. Why do you think we developed that culture? How did it come to be?
I think it's mentality, typical mentality of people. They want to show off, just want to show off, and in order to show off, they just spend, take loans, and just uh, just only to show off in front of people that how rich we are, just to pretend only.
Mm.
And I don't think the other reason is there.
That points towards a psychological fallacy in the Indian mind also, right? Because
Yes,
we value public perception and public image.
yes,
We value it more than our own financial stability and our own, let us say, uh, what is the right word for it? I'm okay. Let us just simply go with financial stability. Okay, I'll not. I think I have a particular word for it, but it'll come to me after a little while. So, yeah, doesn't this point toward a psychological fallacy?
yes, sir. True. They think that the person who is or their neighbor or their relatives, they have spent that much money on their wedding, and we have to spend more than that. We have to, our dress must be costlier than those bought that dress, and our food must be much. What I can say, much richer than their more items should be included than they have included. So it's a competition kind of thing. They have made it as a competition.
There is a particular term to it actually. I know it as one-upmanship.
One upmanship. Okay,
Yes.
sir.
Have you ever heard this one before?
No, sir.
So I'm just googling the. term itself, one up, the technique or practice of feeling superior over another person. So this
Okay.
is exactly what we are describing. We are stuck in a loop of one upmanship. The word
One
that I was looking for was a very simple word: prosperity. I was
prosperity.
trying to find a very simple word. It happens to all of
It
us.
happens sometimes. Sir.
Yes,
Yes, it happens.
what happens is the simpler words elude me most of the times. The more complicated ones, they stay at the forefront. The simpler ones I forget. I think, yeah, it's something that I need to rectify about myself. Anyhow, so yes, one upmanship is a very common, perception of Indians, a very common practice of Indians. If he spent 50 lakh rupees, I'm going to spend 70 lakh rupees. If his uh, daughter's wedding lasted for 2 days, mine is going to last for 4 days. And again, even this I would call counterintuitive, right? Because life is not really a competition, right? Life is about
True.
spending. But again, when we talk about humans are emotional animals, and there are certain emotions that appeal to some people more than others. For example, social
True.
validation. Some of us value social validation much more than others. If I post a picture of myself on Instagram and I get 2 or 3 likes only, I'm not really perturbed by that. It does not really disconcert me. It does not, set me back in my own mind or anything. I don't find it belittling. But to a social media influencer, maybe it could be devastating. It could be
Yes.
something that would, probably ruin his or her self-esteem altogether, right?
Mm.
Completely eradicate. So I guess there are people who would value that sort of social validation, that sort of praise, accolades that comes from a big fat Indian wedding. They want to earn that somehow.
Yes, but it varies person to person. Some of them are there; they just want a simple marriage, though they are from affluent family, but they want just simple marriage. And instead of spending that money on wedding, they want to spend on social, like social services or somewhere else for the benefit of society. But
Mm.
some
Ah,
of them, they are, yes, they
I
are
think
there.
an
Most of,
example of that sort is given in our session notes also, right? Abhay
yes, yes,
Diwale,
sir.
an IRS officer, right? He planted a lot of trees, I think.
Yes, and they have donated 20,000 each to
Oh.
the families of farmers who died. Uh,
Mm. Do you know any such person in your own social circle who's had a very modest affair, who had a very simplistic celebration of his or her wedding, and despite having like a lot of financial capability to do otherwise?
no,
No,
sir. No
no,
one
no.
is in my surrounding. They just want to spend more and more money.
I talked about my sister that she got married a couple of months ago. Both my sister and her husband did not actually want a big fat Indian wedding. If our parents had allowed it, if both of their parents had allowed them, they would have probably hooked up in a court marriage and spent like 10, 20 lakh rupees, maybe, buying a car for themselves, going on a foreign trip, really enjoying the time of their life, the start of a new wholesome journey together. But I think the pressure of society, also the pressure of
Yes, sir.
social protocol, social etiquette, that
Mm.
kind of tied their hands, and they had no excuse. It was a love marriage. That meant that they were really relying on the consent of their parents individually, and both were fretting also the entire time, hoping that none of either person's family members creates a ruckus during the marriage, spoils the fun for everybody. No, some disgruntled person can really bring the house down altogether, you know basically rain on somebody's parade. I think that is a good expression. If you're having a celebration and somebody comes and appends things, it is called raining on someone's parade. Have you heard this expression before?
No, sir.
Okay, so this also might be something new for you to learn today.
Yes, sir. I'm learning so many things new today, and it happens every time when I have a session with you. I learned so many things.
Tell me
Raining
if it
on someone.
becomes raining on someone's parade. Tell me if it becomes too cumbersome for you. If I don't want to clutter your